What's up, Super? How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, bro. You know, this is the first on point that we've had a player who hasn't actually played in an official Overwatch League game.
Right.
Tell me, man, how anxious are you to get out there and finally prove yourself?
You know, it's been a long 20 games of waiting, watching my team. Obviously, the reason I came out here was to play, and I had to wait, getting anxious, but finally ready to go out there and hopefully, you know, win some games.
Just tell me how excited you are about that day. Like, can you imagine what's going to be going through your head?
You know, I see people coming out of that tunnel, and I'm like, that's got to be a little bit of, you know, little nerves going on there. Coming out of that tunnel, everyone's cheering you on, clapping you on. You got over 100,000 people watching, you know, at home. So it'll be a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm ready for it. So
let's go ahead and take it back to contenders, or you know, even before that. Like, what was your first foray in professional Overwatch?
I started a team with some friends called Bird Noises. That was the team that I was on up until Overwatch, and then eventually Brad, the coach of Shock, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to try out for the Overwatch League team?" And I was like, "Yeah, obviously." So I tried out, and then he liked what he saw, so he signed me, and yeah, here I am.
This is great disruption coming from Super. Yeah. That is the fighting game combo you do not want to be a part of.
It's funny because you're kind of coming in around the same hype as Sinatraa, but Sinatraa is somebody who played on Team USA and got a lot of spotlight from that. So there's been all types of like acclaim with his debut. How has it been for you kind of being in the shadow of Sinatraa with all this hype around him?
If anything, it's probably a little bit better to have not as many people saying, oh, well, hopefully he's going to be the missing key or the missing piece that Shock needs to really elevate their game. I think, if anything, it's a little bit of a good thing.
Yeah. How does your family, you know, how did they react to all this happening?
I have to give credit to my dad because he's like the one who helped me get out here and allowed me to do this. Otherwise, I'd still be back in Philly going to high school. My dad used to get really, before I was signed to a team, he used to get really mad because I would be up late and I'd be really loud, and he didn't know what I was doing because I didn't tell him. And he's like, "Can you just go to bed? Like, stop being loud, stop waking me up." I was like, "I got this."
You didn't tell him you had a master plan.
Yeah. And then I gave him my first contract. Well, no, I gave him the first NDA, and he was like, "What's this?" I'm like, just read it over and then get back to me. And then he looked up esports, and then the first thing he saw was like a Forbes article on it. So he's like, "Oh, hold up, maybe there's something going on here." So he read into it, and then he finally was down for it. So
how are you dealing with all of the fandom around the San Francisco Shock? Because they have probably one of the biggest, most dedicated fan bases.
Right. I love seeing all the fan art, honestly. I think it's cool. Like, people I don't even know that they draw fan art, they watch our streams. You know, I think that's like, I think it's sick, honestly.
Yeah. And Tyler, in particular, is somebody who's super excited.
Right. That clip of Tyler when he did your job for you. He shot it back to the casters. I thought that was so funny.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good, man. I was like, oh, I felt threatened. I was like, this guy's taking my job. Come on, man.
Thanks for tuning in and watching. Let's support these boys up here. And with that said, let's go ahead and shoot it over to our casters, Semler and Hex, with more of the action in the second half.
Do you have any, like, short-term or long-term goals here in the Overwatch League? I mean, I know getting out and playing your first game would definitely be one.
Yeah, getting the first win, that's the short-term goal. I just want to make like a lasting impact, you know? When people talk about history, I want to be in that discussion. Superman,
much appreciated. I wish you the best of luck in your first game, and early happy birthday to you. I feel like I got to get you a cupcake or something like that.
Thank you, dude.